Mimid is a music player designed for learning songs by ear. Here's how it works. At the top, you have the play pause button. Below that, you have the loop button. Press it once to mark the start of the loop, press it again to mark the end of the loop. Then it starts looping, and you just press it again to clear the loop. To the right of that, you have the speed button. Press it once to slow down the song, press it again to speed it back up. Finally, at the bottom, you have the skip forward and skip backward buttons. These allow you to skip forward and backward in the song, either by a smaller amount or a larger amount. To change the song, you just open up your YouTube app, look for the song that you want, copy the link, and then paste it into Mimid. Mimid is completely free to use, it's ad-free, and it's free and open source, and you can try it out at mimid.app.